Well, hello again and welcome back to my channel. Now, this project has been a tomorrow job that I've been putting off for a very long time. Short story, we have a outside loo that was kind of decommissioned many years ago that we had re-established last year. And as you can see here, the door is, it's not in the best of shape. So instead of trying to give that a little bit of TLC and re-establish it, I've decided to make a new one. Now, as most people will be feeling the pinch at the moment, I'm pretty skint, but I am using everything from leftovers from the workshop build. So I have two pieces of treated 3x2 left, which I have had clamped up to make them nice and straight. And I've got one piece of 4x2 left from when I made the workshop floor. And I have plenty of this stuff left, which is the shiplap cladding in various little sizes, which will be perfect for this project. So the plan is this: I'm going to make the frame using half lap joints. I'm going to show you two methods, one using the miter saw and the bandsaw, and one just using the miter saw, cutting the fine slices. So I'm going to make the frame with that. I'm going to recess in a little groove with my router to house the shiplap cladding, and also put some support beams as well on the inside. I think it's been a little while, so it's time for less chit chat and more for a little bit of work in here. So fingers crossed, let's see how we get on. Morning, great to be back in here yesterday and got a lot done, got the frame made, which I'm really happy with. Using the bandsaw technique does save a lot of time, but just in the central ones using my miter saw, I've used that, demonstrated that technique before in a one-handed woodworking tips video. So the plan for today is going to get these little clamps off, just do a little bit of sanding, tidy up, and then I'm going to get the router and a bit of a recess into that bit in which the shiplap cladding will fit across. I've also got this. It might be some kind of pine or something, I'm not 100% sure, which I'm going to do the braces with. So I'm going to rip this down the middle with the bandsaw because my table saw is decommissioned now. So I'm going to rip that down and also probably use my thicknesser to get it to the correct sizing, the correct depth. So there's a possibility I might get the actual door made today, and then we could possibly see about getting it fitted tomorrow maybe. So anyway, not get ahead of myself. Let's see how we get on. Okay, it's time to route out the recess on the inside, which the shiplap cladding is going to sit in, so it'll be nice and flush. Now, I've got this router bit, it's got a bearing guide on it, you see there, from Trend. Now, I think that'll do the job nicely, but even though it's only treated softwood I'm going into, I think it's probably best to do it in 2 passes because the cladding's like 15mm thick. And I don't want to burn out the motor or anything or do anything silly. Might end up hurting myself or something. So yeah, I'm going to do that over 2 passes on the inside of that, and then hopefully that should sit in nice, and then I can look at doing the old cross supports, cut to width and size to support that as well. Yeah, let's get on with it. It's going well up to now.
You'll fancy a goal today. It's a shock he hasn't got one already. It's cut out by Trent Alexander. Man City 0, Crystal Palace 2. No goals Brighton against Leeds. Firmino. Match before, but wasn't, and then came back and was found again. What was Mailer say? Again, the keeper was scrambling to his right hand side, made the save low down. Well, we'll find out shortly how it's there. There's the header! 5-0. 5-0.
Oh, just time for a quick brew. Things going really well up to now. Very happy. Just a few more bits and pieces left to do. The longer lengths of the shiplap cladding, I've just got to cut to size. The 4 corners where I've done the routing has kind of got like a rounded profile. Now, you guys out there would just probably chisel that away to make it nice and square. But if you've been following the channel for a while, you'll know I don't really do chiseling for my health and everybody else's safety. So my plan is for the bottom one, I'm going to trim on the bandsaw the actual groove off, and I'm just going to, on my belt sander there, I'm just going to kind of put a bit of a rounded edge on this so it'll just slot in nice. And that is pretty much it. Oh, just a few things I'm going to do while I'm cutting that. I've got some of this stuff, wood treatment, so any of the cut edges or this bit which isn't treated, or the part where I've routed a recess, that's going to get a couple of coats of this wood protection stuff. Again, I got this from the Timber Merchants Alpha Chem, I think it is. It was like half the price of everything else, but I have used it on a few other bits and pieces and it's worked really well. So yeah, you don't always have to pay top dollar to get decent stuff. So just going to finish my brew, get those cut, get this treated, get it assembled, and I think I'll be done for this one. And then probably in the next video we'll look at somehow trying to get it fitted. Well, I have to say I am really happy with this effort, all from leftovers, offcuts, whatever you want to call them. For a lot of folk would have ended up in a skip, but no, not for me. It is a brand new external door. Now, just a couple of little bits and pieces to cover at the end. I just used a couple of brad nails to fix each piece of shiplap cladding, no glue, no screws. A purposeful reason for this is these are bone dry and it's going to be going as an external door, so there's going to be some kind of movement at some point. Now it doesn't, it's quite protected where the door is, so it doesn't get full on wind and rain, but obviously there's going to be some kind of moisture, which means some kind of movement. Now it's so much easier for me to deal with it if they're just tacked on, as opposed to if I've glued them down, screwed them down, nailed them down. So I'm just going to see how that goes over the coming months and into the winter, and if I need to make amendments, I can just knock them out and make some changes. The frame is rock solid and that's all been glued and screwed down, so yeah, it might just need a little bit of TLC in regards to them at some point. I was actually going to paint it, but I'm actually thinking now I might just kind of put some more wood preserver on, because I actually quite like the natural look. Let me know what you think, because you know, I might change my mind at some point, because this is the end of part one. I've got to figure out a way how to get it on. Obviously I've got to take the old door off. I'm going to see if I can use the hinges from that, so I don't have to go and buy any more hinges. So that will be the next video in this kind of mini series, if you like. So let me know what you thought in the comments, what you think, what I think I've done well, what I think I could have done better. Any tips for getting this one up would be greatly appreciated. As ever, everyone, take good care of yourselves and look after yourselves, and I'll see you soon. Thanks for watching.